Hey guys, what's up? Hope everybody has been having a great day. Happy to be back with episode 19, part 2 of my golf vlog series, featuring the back 9 at Rochelle Ranch Golf Club. If you guys could do me a favor and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, that would really help me out. So let's hop into the video. So one of the first things I want to say is if you guys have never heard of or played Rochelle Ranch and you're anywhere near it, I would highly recommend playing. I've played golf for over 20 years, and I've never seen a golf ball go as far as I've seen it go out here. So that's definitely highly recommended that you guys check this course out. It was a lot of fun. People were great, and it's definitely a very relaxing and enjoyable course with great atmosphere. And yeah, I shot even par in the front, 9 pars, so didn't get too much going. Been hitting it great, as you can see there. I didn't hit a very good chip shot. I thought it would be a good shot, but it really grabbed and stayed under the pin. So this is the safe par. To be honest, didn't really dislike this putt that much. Just a little bit of a misread. So those are acceptable to me. Pretty good speed. Started it where I wanted it to. Just, didn't get the read perfect, which is going to happen on courses that you're not familiar with. Now on hole 11 and sound up. So this is going to be one of those holes where I hit an extra drive for fun just to show you guys the difference in play. And it'll kind of give you guys an idea of the difference between really bombing it and, more or less kind of just trying to feather it around the course. And this is actually a drivable hole. You have to really kind of hit it into a little chute though. So I pulled that one left, and you'll see where I am a little bit later, but you can see that chute just to the left of where I hit my iron shot here, and rolled it just into the high stuff, but luckily, since I only hit a 2 iron, it stayed pretty short of everything, so that was definitely the reason I hit that club. Hit a really great shot there, really judged how the ball will come out of the rough there, and it's only about 10 feet away, 15 feet away maybe, and you can see where I am. Definitely not a great spot to be off the tee. Caught it a bit fat, but there's a bit of a half pipe, and it really ran up there, so it wasn't too bad. Left me, as you can see here, a little bit short of the hole. But, so, something to keep in mind there. My iron shot has a very makeable putt for birdie, and my driver shot, I have an 8-footer left for par. So, it just goes to show, while it's a very great weapon to have in the bag, it's very powerful, and it can be a negative or it can be a positive. And so it's one of those things where you just have to understand how to rein it in, when to use it, and when to avoid it. And if you can master that, a drive like I have can be a huge, huge asset. And especially as I'm going forward and pursuing pro golf now, it can definitely be something that is really beneficial to my game. Makes the game a lot easier. Because I think one of the things that people don't realize about distance is it's not just your driver. It's a contagious thing throughout your bag. Meaning, I probably hit my 4 iron the same distance a lot of people hit their 2 irons, and an 8 iron, I'll hit it the same distance as some people hit their 6 irons. And the reason that's so important is because the higher lofted a club is, you're going to have more what's called spin loft. So the higher spin loft is, the more stable the ball flight will be and the straighter it will go, which is why irons tend to go straighter on average than drives or even woods. So if I'm able to hit like a 2 iron off a tee and be right up there with a lot of the guys on tour with their driver, I'm going to have a lot more room for error, statistically speaking, with my angles down the ball, because the spin loft will be higher. So as I've begun kind of my journey to pursuing pro golf, it's definitely been a very positive start. So we'll see how it goes. I have a lot to go mentally. I definitely have a lot to work on with my short game. But everything else feels pretty good. Tee to green, I feel very solid. So, and yeah, if I can make those putts, that's definitely what I need to be doing. And so now on hole 13, par 4. This plays 294 yards, and it's like a kind of a horseshoe. So it's 444 yards by how the fairway goes. So technically, I put this one on the green. So technically I drove a 444-yard hole with a 7 iron, even though as the crow flies, it was only like 295. And if you look here in the right center of that green, pin high, you should be able to see the ball there. So that was nice. So this would be for my first par breaker of the day. it's been, if you guys watch the front nine, you guys know how insane it's been. I just haven't made a single putt. And I was thinking in my head that this is going in just because it would make sense. I can't make birdies, but I'll make an eagle. So the game's funny like that, I guess. I guess that's what keeps us coming back for more. And now in hole 14, I want to bring exception to this hole because this is I've never seen a golf ball go further than on this hole. I think the vast majority of people could hit a golf ball over 400 yards in this hole. It's just absolutely, well, at least 300. And you can see that's a 330-yard carry with a 2-iron. And so you better believe I hit a drive for fun here. And buckle in for this one because this is the longest drive I believe I've hit in this entire series so far. I absolutely annihilated this ball, and this carried over 420 yards in the air and rolled out to 453 yards. And here's the thing. So that's my 2-iron, and you can see my drive way up there in the fairway. And so you can see that fairway, how it runs there. The end of that fairway from the tips is 607 yards. And there's been talk with me and Callaway, and Rochelle Ranch is definitely interested in it, of me trying to hit a 600-yard drive there. And I know that sounds ridiculous, and it's honestly kind of crazy to me as well. But I'm telling you guys, it's 8,500 feet of elevation. The fairways are really firm, and it's like 25-mile-an-hour tailwinds, and it's downhill the entire way. So it'd be really fun to try. So that's something I might try later on this year or next year. So we'll see how that goes. So this is my for fun shot, I believe. Only had a wedge left on a 650-yard par 5, which definitely makes golf a little easier. And I think my first shot with the 4-iron was a little short. So you can see my wedge shot here went a little long, and I just completely misjudged this bunker shot. It got away from me a little bit. So that actually rolled off the green, which is pretty embarrassing. And now third shot with my 60-degree wedge for my first ball. And yeah, just making a mess of this hole. And that's another thing that as I'm continuing to pursue pro golf, I've been very excited with how much better I would say my core game has gotten. But the smaller things like the chipping, just being able to take advantage of being in position to make birdies and not doing it. It's those tiny little things that I need to clean up that I think will make a really big difference with how my score goes. Because I would say, judging by how I've been playing, I'm up to a plus 1.8 right now, I think, which is much more improved from where I was a couple of months ago, which is like a 1 or a 2 handicap. So I need to get about 4 or 5 shots better. And I think almost all those shots are going to come around the greens when I'm in position to make birdies. That's where I need to improve the most. And I mean, the great thing is, regardless, I'm really enjoying it again, and it's been a lot of fun to improve and, to really get better and all that. So, it's definitely been a journey so far, and I think it'll be a long ways to come, but I do think I'll get to a point where, I'm at least close to the tour. We'll see how it goes. So that one almost went in as well. So that was a really solid 3 there. And now in hole 16, and honestly, I haven't been talking about that much, but I got a pretty decent round going right now, actually. And just been feeling good. I really remember hitting it great today. And I mean, on this game, this was like a week ago, but I remember hitting it great on this day and really feeling comfortable with my swing. And that was another bomb, 400 yards in the air. And you can see driving up, that really takes the bite out of this hole when you have a 498-yard par 4. And you can hit it 420 plus. So only 84 yards left. And this is a prime example of what I'm talking about here. When I was talking about earlier, needing to be able to capitalize my scoring opportunities. So 84 yards in, center of the fairway with a pretty accessible pin. This needs to be inside 15 feet minimum. And I hit this to probably about 25, 30 feet. And there you go. It's a lost opportunity. I mean, that's the make percentage from 25, 30 feet versus 10 feet is almost a quarter, maybe even close to a half shot different in terms of make percentage. So whether I made it or not, I technically lost about 0.3 of a shot with that second shot into that hole. So it's these little things I'm thinking about as I watch this playback that are going to eventually add up to 3 or 4 shots over the course of 18 holes. And that's when you're really trying to improve and you're already a very good golfer. These are things you have to pay attention to, because they're very, very minute and they're not very discernible. They're not very obvious. You know, it's not like you hit one OB or you hit one in a hazard. You hit one to 30 feet when you should have hit it to 15 feet or 12 feet. It's those tiny things that really add up over the course of 18 holes. So I'm trying to pay attention to those more. And here I kind of got what I deserved there. I kind of pimped that tee shot a little too much. And honestly, that was my best tee shot of the day, but I got some bad luck and got caught in like the fairway bunker rough, so I wasn't able to spin it the way I wanted to. And again, not a good putt here, just a total misread. And yeah, so it's honestly crazy that I haven't made a birdie all around for how well I've been hitting it. I did make an eagle at least, but yeah, it's been a very unusual round. I've only made one bogey and one eagle. Now an 18 par 5, and probably my worst drive of the day here. I was very fortunate that you could really miss way left here. I was kind of keeping an eye on it because it would just be a matter of knowing where it landed. I knew it would be in an okay spot. There's tons of room back there, and yeah, it was fine. I mean, there's a little bit of sand, so my primary focus here was picking it clean. I kind of played it like a bunker shot and just made sure I got it over the water, and I hit a pretty good shot here. I pulled it a bit left, but it had really good distance, so it was kind of, not terrible. Now, a little bit left of the pin high, and third shot, 60-degree wedge, just trying to chip it on up. Hit a pretty good shot here. It did roll by a little bit. I was kind of shocked at how far by it rolled, but it is what it is. And now this is to shoot 2 under 70. I got about a 7 or 8 footer, and again, these are the putts I need to make for birdie. So that'll be a focus of mine going forward, for sure. And, yep, just goes to show I have a little bit of room for improvement. So I'll tap that in for 71. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.